research shows that foot problems can cause not just foot pain, but also knee injuries, ankle injuries, and even falls in people over 50. Luckily, foot problems can usually be fixed, provided you know how. And in today's video, I'm going to show you 3 of my favorite exercises to help you fix foot problems and get healthy feet that you can do every day. My name is Harlow, and I'm the Over-Fifties Specialist Physio here at HT Physio in Farnham. And today I'm going to be showing you 3 of my best exercises to help you get healthy feet that you can do daily and improve your foot health for years to come. A recent study looked at the feet of older people and tried to correlate certain foot problems with a higher risk of falls. They found there were 4 specific foot problems that led to falls in people that they tested. Let's have a look at what those problems are, and I'm going to show you the exercises to fix each one. The first problem that the researchers found that fallers were more likely to have was stiffness in the big toe joint, specifically in a movement called extension, which is bringing that big toe up towards the shin. Now, people who are very stiff in extension are unable to get to this stage of walking because their toe can't extend like that, and they're also more likely to trip because lifting up your toes is a way that we clear the foot from the ground as the leg swings through. So a stiff big toe is no bueno, and that's something we're going to look at to fix as well. The second foot problem that fallers were most likely to have was weakness in the calves. And even though the calves are an ankle muscle, they have a very strong effect on the foot as well. Your calves are your main propulsive force. They push you forward and they generate about 70 to 80% of your forward momentum. Now, if you've got weak calves, you lose the speed of your walking, so you walk slowly, and slow walking has been shown to correlate with a higher risk of falls. So weak calves are yet another problem we need to fix. The third thing that increased risk of falls in the study was a pronating foot, or a foot that rolls inwards as the person walks. The reason this is not a good thing to have is because it affects the mechanics of the whole of your lower limb, foot, ankle, knee, hip, everything. And if it's happening, if it's rolling inwards like that, it also means you have less control over the stability of your lower limb. And the final thing that led to more falls in this study was people with foot pain. Now, foot pain often indicates there's a problem with the foot. It might be plantar fasciitis, it might be arthritis in the foot, but people who had foot pain were much more likely to fall than those who didn't. So that's another thing we have to look at fixing in today's video. So in summary, this is what we're going to be fixing. We've got 4 problems. We've got a stiff big toe. We've got weak calves. We're going to show you how to strengthen them. We've got a pronating foot, which is often the result of weakness in the foot muscles. I'm going to show you how to strengthen those. And finally, I'm going to give you a bonus exercise to help you with foot pain. Now, before I show you the exercises, I just need to let you know they are not going to be suitable for everyone. Please do get checked out by your healthcare professional before you give them a try. And if they cause you any pain, then just avoid them. Let's have a look at the exercises now. So the first thing we're going to fix to give you nice healthy feet is any stiffness in your big toe joint. And the movement we're looking at is extension, as we've discussed. And extension is this, bringing the toes up towards the shin. So the foot you're going to work on, you're going to bring up so it's within reach. It doesn't really matter where it is, but you want it rested on a platform like this. And the exercise is very simple. We call it self-mobilizations of the big toe. And all you're going to do is pull that toe up towards you just as far as it goes naturally. Then take the finger of the same hand, the leading finger, and just pull it around the top of your big toe and gently pull up just to the point of stiffness and then relax. And again, you're going to pull up and relax, and up and relax, and up and relax. So we're pulling it into stiffness, not into pain. If you've got some arthritis, you might notice that it feels a bit sore at the top. Don't pull right into that soreness. The maximum discomfort you want here is probably a 4 out of 10, no more than that, please, because we don't want to make it sore. But just taking it through that range of motion, you'll notice that after about 30 repetitions, you possibly have a couple of millimeters more great toe extension. Now, I've got to stress that to significantly improve it does take time. So you're not going to notice big changes within 1 or 2 weeks, but do it for a couple of months and you're going to notice a big difference in your big toe extension. You're going to be better on your feet. Your walking will be easier. Your arthritic pain will probably be less, and you're going to have a much lower risk of falls. So that's a great exercise to give you nice, healthy feet. Try and do it a couple of times a day, 30 seconds each time. A really good thing to do. Before we go any further, I just want to tell you about 3-Tip Friday. 3-Tip Friday is my weekly email that I send out to my list, and it features 3 of the most interesting things I've found that week. It could be a health tip, it could be a piece of research I'm reading, or it could be a new tool that I've found to be really useful for helping people get more mobile. It's totally free. I just send it out once a week. There's no annoying promos inside, and you can sign up for it by going down below this video and entering your email in the 3-Tip Friday link. So the next exercise we need to do to ensure the health of your feet is the heel raise. And this is an exercise that's going to fix the weakness in your calves and make your whole foot and ankle unit work a lot better. It's a simple exercise. All we need is a step like this one here. You can use your bottom step at home. Just make sure you've got something to hold on to. And you're going to stand on the step with half your foot on the step and the other half hanging off. And the first thing we're going to do while we take hold of something is allow those heels to drop down as far as you possibly can. So you want your heels dropping down towards the ground. And we're just going to feel that stretch at the back of the calf before we do anything else. Now, the reason we want this is because we're going to go from a stretched position to a contracted position. That's working the muscle through its full range of motion and is going to give us the biggest bang for our buck. So we start like this, and then the exercise is simple. You're just going to push up really high. Don't hold for too long. Just come all the way back down nice and slow, and then find that stretch. Again, you might find you have to push your heels down to find it, and then go back up again. So we're actually spending longer at the bottom of the movement than at the top of the movement. And this is something I've actually learned quite recently, and it's that muscles respond really, really well to contracting from a stretched position if your goal is to build strength or muscle mass, which is definitely going to be beneficial for the health of your feet. So you can see I'm not spending long at the top. I'm coming all the way down, and I'm probably holding for 2 seconds at the bottom. And another reason I'm doing that bottom hold is because the Achilles, your tendon at the bottom of the calf, is very elastic, which means it's got a lot of elasticity to it. It can spring you back up, which actually isn't that helpful because it's good when we're walking, but not good when we're trying to strengthen the muscle. We don't want to rely just on the tendon. We want the actual muscle to be working super hard. So when you're doing this exercise, you're going to keep repeating until you get a working ache in your calf. And that might mean doing 20, 25, 30 repetitions, whatever it takes to get that working ache. Do that 3 times per day. If you're doing it all in one go, have a minute's rest between sets, and that's going to build strength and endurance in your calves and keep your feet nice and healthy. Okay, so now we're going to do the short foot exercise, which is a brilliant exercise for improving the strength of the muscles inside your feet. And then if you stick around till the end, I'm going to show you a bonus exercise to help you with any foot pain. So the short foot exercise is super simple. It's simple, but it's not actually easy to do. You're going to start off sitting in a chair with both feet nice and flat on the floor so you can feel your entire sole of your foot on the floor like this. You want to be barefoot for this exercise. And all we're going to try and do is keep your heels and your toes in contact with the ground, but make your foot as short as possible by pulling your toes in towards your heel. Now, if you look at my feet here, I've basically scrunched my toes up and made my foot as short as possible. So it's gone from a long foot to a short foot, and then I'm just going to extend them back out again. It's as simple as that. But if you try this, you'll notice all kinds of different muscles and tendons and things you didn't even know you had working in your foot to make it possible. So you're going to shorten that foot, really squeeze it. Don't let those toes leave the carpet, and then extend them back out again. You should be able to see a video at some point right about now, which will show you this up close. You'll notice that my toes are sliding along the carpet. They're not lifting, and I'm squeezing for a second and then letting them back out. This exercise strengthens what we call the intrinsic muscles of the foot, which are the tiny, tiny muscles that live inside your feet. You've got about 20 of them in each foot, and they're very important for your balance, your stability, and keeping you pain-free. And then for the final bonus exercise I've got for you today, if you have foot pain, get yourself one of these. It's a massage ball. You can find these online. They're very cheap. Or you can use a tennis ball or a squash ball or a golf ball. But these purpose-built ones are brilliant, and we're going to use it to treat tightness in the foot and relieve pain. So it's really simple how we use this. Again, we're going to start sitting, you're going to put the ball on the floor like this, and the foot that you're going to treat, you're just going to put on top of the ball in the arch of your foot. Now, the arch is a really soft part of the foot here. It doesn't have any bone directly underneath the skin, so it's all soft tissue, which means it's safe to treat by rolling your foot around the ball like this. And we're just going to focus on the part of the foot that has the soft tissue. We're not going to put the ball over the bones. We're not going to put the ball on the heel, because that's exactly where the plantar fascia inserts, and people with plantar fasciitis, that will just make it worse. But for anyone with foot pain, arthritis, plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendon problems even, this can be a brilliant way to loosen up tension in the feet and relieve that pain. Now, if that feels good and it feels a bit sore, but you want a bit more, you can put the other foot on top just to allow a little bit more pressure and then push down as you roll around. Now, go easy on this. It can feel really sore, can sometimes feel like there's bubble wrap inside your foot. Totally normal, okay? Don't take it above a 4 out of 10 in discomfort. We just want to keep going, probably for 30 to 60 seconds, and try and do that a few times per day. Of course, you can do the other side as well. It's exactly the same. We're just treating the soft tissue, and if you want to make it a bit more robust, you put your other foot on top and then roll it around. A couple of times a day works wonders for many different foot pain conditions, and hopefully it will relieve some of your foot pain too. So those are 3 of my best daily exercises that you can use to keep your feet healthy throughout your life. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, then do drop a comment below and just let us know your thoughts, because we love to read them and it does help us to make this channel better. So thank you for taking the time to do that. Make sure you've liked the video and subscribed to the channel using the buttons below, because it does help us to grow. And if you like this channel, then do consider sharing it with a friend or a family member who might also benefit as well. That's how this channel grows. It's totally organic. So again, thank you if you do that. And if you want to get more from me personally, then the best way to do that is to pick up a copy of my brand new book, Thriving Beyond 50, the 2024 edition, out with Hay House. It's all of my best tips, exercises, advice, all printed up in pictures and descriptions, and 111 natural strategies that I've used with my patients in my clinic to get them better. I've shared it all in this book, and I hope you absolutely love it if you choose to grab a copy. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time, and I'll speak to you again on the next video.